Came to California with a truck driver. I was recently at a grocery store in Washington State, and I happened to ask him where he was going when I came out of the store. And he said, to California. Well, I've never been to California, and I had the guts to ask him, can I go with him? Because I had nothing going on for myself. So he said, sure. And I said, okay. So I run around and I jump in the truck, and I'm so excited that I get to go with this guy to California. I'm not thinking about my own self. So I go, oh my God, what am I doing? I can't do this. He goes, why? I go, are you cool? He goes, what do you mean cool? I go, come on, cool. Are you cool? And he goes, oh, yeah, I'm cool. I go, I can't go with it because I find out that the truck driver's clean. He just got his shit together, all that stuff. So I asked him, I told him I was strung out in heroin and I have to have stuff to go down. You got to keep me well. And he says, when I found out that he was clean, I was like, oh no, I can't do this. I can't do this to you. No, I don't want to do this. Because knowing that he was a strung out heroin addict for a long time too, I didn't want to be the cause of that again. So anyway, he grabbed my arm and goes, no, I want you to go. And I went, are you for real? And he said, yeah, I promise it won't bother me. It won't bother me. Oh my God. Okay, once a heroin addict, most likely always a heroin addict if it comes around you, okay? Well, he knew I had dope on me. And I tried my best to go in the back to do my stuff. But once he saw it, he asked me for a little bit. And I was like, oh my God, how can I tell this guy no, you know? So it gradually ended up him doing some, me doing some. We end up getting strung out. We go all across the world, hauling wood, Christmas trees, you know, Albertsons stuff, you know, food, all that stuff. So anyway, we did that for about 2 years. And all of a sudden we got to Albertsons to unload. And I was sat in the truck because I had an abscess this huge on my arm. So I sat in the truck while he went to go talk to the big guys. And somebody comes running out to the truck to me, Miss, come right now. Your boyfriend's been hurt. Your husband's been hurt. And I jump all the way from the passenger seat all the way to the ground off the truck. And I'm like, oh my God, I just know this abscess is gonna pop on me. But I had to be professional, so I just went in there. Come find out, he was walking to go get a soda, and a guy in a forklift, a kid with headphones on, little earplugs, headphones, was jamming out to music. He was correctly in the yellow lines like he was supposed to be. The kid did not see him, swung around, knocked him down, and ran over broke this leg here and broke this leg here. Crushed his toes. It was awful on a forklift. And it was just awful. I couldn't believe it. Ambulance came, rushed him to the hospital. I had to take care of the truck even though I didn't have a license or CDL or nothing, but I knew how to drive one. So he was already in surgery by the time I got there because I followed the ambulance and stuff how to get there. And I just hung out in the truck and I was there when he woke up, and that was the end of that career. So then we became homeless, of course. He got a settlement from Albertsons for $90,000. They wanted to give him $60,000. I said, no, go up. Your whole career is ruined, you know, because of this. So he went up, asked for $90,000. They gave him $90,000, and it was hotels, motels, good food, and drugs. He bought a Harley, and we just did the best we could. And he slowly dwindled away. Went to the doctors because he had an infection in his lungs. Come find out, he had a dime size in his lung of cancer. And 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, we went to the doctor again. A doctor says the cancer has gone from your lungs to your brain. So he only had a limited time to go. And so I didn't know what to do for him. I don't know what I could do for him, just be a good friend to him and be there. So I called him on the phone one day when I knew that it was getting worse and worse. I just told him how I felt, that I can't look, I love you so much, I cannot sit there and watch you dwindle away and die. I just can't do it. I love you with all my heart. I will cherish the 8 years we were together, always in my heart, but I just can't do it. I cannot watch you pass. I just can't. So that was the end of us. From there, I just started working the streets again, doing my thing. And then I'd say 4 months later, I was standing on 7th in town here, minding my own business, working. And it's about 12:30, and this beautiful long-haired blonde guy pulls over in a 4x4 truck. I says, hey, what are you doing? And I says, not much. You working? Yeah. Okay, hey, come on, get in. So I get in, we do our business, and he was so infatuated with me. He says, I'd like to take you out to Hemet for the weekend. And I said, oh, that sounds great. And then once again, the same thing. Are you cool? Because I can't go out there. I'll be deathly ill, if I don't truly be honest and tell him what's going on. And he did not do dope then. He was clean, hard worker, concrete finisher, run a crew, the whole 9 yards. And I'm thinking in my brain, I scored, And I was with him for 14 years. 14 years. Amazing. And he's still my very good friend right now. He lives on 5th and Wall in an SRO. I come see him once a week, make sure that he's okay, because he's getting up there, 64. Go shopping for him, all that. Get away from my house, because my kids are at my house right now, living with me. So, yeah. So it's amazing.
Your drug now is what?
My drug now is fentanyl. I've been on it for about 2.5 years. My prior drug was heroin, and I did that for almost 40 years.
How do they compare?
I wouldn't touch heroin again in my life. Don't even have no desire for it at all. Not even to pick up a needle, nothing. I'd rather smoke the fentanyl.
So fentanyl has its reputation as being this...
Yes, horrible, horrible death disease, and I mean death drug. And it's not. You just have to know what you're doing. You don't take gigantic hits of fentanyl if you've never done it before. You don't take gigantic hits of fentanyl if you have a Klonopin in you or God, what's the other one? God, any kind of strong painkiller. You don't do that. You don't mix it, because that's how you die too. You take a little, you gradually work yourself up one by one. And for myself, I'm so damn strung out and stuff now, which is terrible, that I don't think I could find anything that would get me high.
How old are you now?
I'm 60 years old
and
now.
You've been doing opiates since you were...
I've been doing opiates since 33. Mm. So
when you were 18, you were met the trucker.
Yes.
You weren't using? You were?
A little bit.
Yeah, you said you were.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it started. And then my sister with cocaine, I saw her do it. And when I was like 16, and I wanted to try some of that. And then I knew what the needle was on cocaine, and all I did was run, I just ran when it got me high.
How'd you get into this crazy lifestyle? Drugs and...
I think it was just me wanting to do whatever the hell I wanted to do.
What was your childhood like?
My childhood was very good. My mother and father were married. They were married for 40 years. My dad was a retired major in the Army, and my mother was a homemaker. She had maybe 1 or 2 jobs, but mainly staying at home. After that, my dad got a job at the post office. He was a mailman for 20 years. I was the last of 6 children. I've watched a lot of alcoholism going on when I was young. Of course, my mom and dad drank. They were alcoholics. Violence going on, all that kind of thing. So that's probably the reason why I don't drink, too. Because that memory at 12 years old, that memory comes right back to me even now. Because I remember it, picture it, and it's just awful. Knives and fighting and violent. No, not for me. But my parents are both deceased now. They've been deceased for quite a long time now.
Do you point the finger at the alcoholism in your family, or the violence and the abuse that you...
Both.
Both?
I'd say both. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Both. And then I don't blame anybody for my drug use, because that's my choice. I don't blame anybody. Maybe my sister should have told me no, but she didn't. She let me use it anyway to see what it was like, And
do you regret taking this path in your life?
Oh yeah. I mean, I've had like really nice boyfriends all down the line, but drugs were involved in it. You know, I can't be with you if, you know.
You're a beautiful woman. I'm sure you're going to have, you've had lots of guys that want to take care of you.
Yeah, well, a couple. And when I do meet somebody, I'm solid. You know, I don't go cheat. I don't go do tricks. I don't do nothing like that. Of course, I'm 60 now. I don't even know how to do that no more anyway, unless emergency shows up and I have to do it. You know. But other than that, no. I finally did the footwork for an SRO. It took me 5 years to get the place. I was homeless for 10.
How long were you homeless? 10 years?
10 years, yeah. Me and Randy were homeless together, and we parked our tent right in front on Beverly Street, the homeless healthcare, so they could see us every freaking day, see their windows, you know, doing water to wash our hair, just sweeping the area, folding my clothes, recycling, getting up and recycling every morning. It's been hell, and I'm just glad. I'm grateful that I'm not homeless anymore. So.
You have kids?
Yes, I have 3 children. My husband got the first one, so I haven't seen him since he's been 6. This is part of my drug use behavior, you know, and something that I still need to take care of and make a phone call and talk to him. And things happen in life, man. You know, things just happen. So anyway, and then I have my second marriage, Matthew and Christopher. Matthew and Christopher, yes. I have 2, also all boys. They're all adults right now. So, yeah. It's been a hell of a run for me, actually. And now I'm on the run on the fentanyl, and I don't know. I've been thinking about how tired I am doing the drug, you know, and my age and everything else. So it's probably time for me to quit. Don't you think? You know, so.
Have you ever had jobs?
Jobs?
Have you ever had a job?
Yes. I used to, at 18, I was working for the Sizzler before we took off and all that. I've had boyfriends prior to that too, like a drummer in a band, and 3 years with them. And yeah, it's you know, when I was 18, it wasn't so bad because I just had one boyfriend. And then when I came to LA is when I started doing all the real negative stuff, you know, going the wrong way. But that comes with drugs and heroin and stuff. That's just goes together, like, you know.
Do you blame LA for any of it?
No, I don't. It's just something I found that was easy and fast, and that's what I like, you know. I'm giving you something, and I'm getting something from you, you know. That's all it is. Go home to your wife afterwards, you know. So, I don't know. Some people think, God, that's so cold. You know, it is so cold, but not when you're out in the streets like that trying to survive. You know, the dates understand because they're already married, you know, or got in a fight with their gal or whatever. Just went to the store and they happened to see me, you know. So, yeah, it's.
If you had your life to live all over again, what would you have done differently?
Oh God, I'd go to college. Go to college, learn a trade, and go trucking probably. I really like trucking a lot. I know how to drive a semi, you know, and I know a lot of the rules. I know the only thing I don't know about that is trying to back up. Back up, it's a little hard for me. And when I was with my boyfriend, he had a tough kingpin, you know, and oh God, I'd almost get it, but I just couldn't get it all the way.
What are you afraid of now?
What am I afraid of now?
Mm-hmm.
Being at home, dying in front of my kid, just gone, you know, just like that. Yeah, it's a little scary. I'm getting up there, so. But I don't feel like I'm 60. I really don't. I still feel very youthful. My mind's very youthful still. I've done a lot. Now it's like fentanyl and cigarettes. Oh my God, I'm coughing up, you know, in the morning, getting all that crap out, you know. But I mean, like some days I walk really fast, you know, get my heart rate going where it's not just sitting around, laying around all the time at a regular heartbeat, you know. Mm-hmm. Try to get it going again, take some vitamins, try to do a little bit better for my life, you know.
What would you say, Renee, is the most important lesson you've learned in your life?
As a person, to be responsible, to have your own place, treat people with respect, And ask, don't steal. You know?
That's right.
And always think before you do something, because there's nothing I can do about my life now is besides tell it, because I can't turn it around. I mean, I can still turn it around, you know, and be better. You can always be a better person, but to change the past, you cannot. So the important message for me is don't lag in your past. Stay in the future, you know? Don't blame others for your mistakes, you know, because you're the one that made the choice to do it, you know? So.
All right, Renee, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Yes, that's just one of many. One of many.